just wanna see some more.
Flip mode. 9-7. Bust a bus. Hot.
It's week 15 of the...
Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Here we go.
Fields now to throw. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
Here we go.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Here we go. Good.
Again, it's Mixon. Busts through the tackle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Here we go. Right.
A shotgun snap, Fields. There's Chris Olave. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Here we go, son.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Here we go. Good.
Out of the gun, Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Now Fields. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Chris Olave. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Quickly able to add the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. So here are the Ravens now as they get set for their opening possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a second-round pick back in April's draft.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Now 2nd and 9. McKee. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with him. And he's got some space here. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. But you look at this defense. They've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That one good for 10 yards, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs, and they're able to bring him down at the 20. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Back to throw, McKee. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Don't jump. Ready? Right.
From the gun to give to Mixon. Good move at the 30. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Here we go, set.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Here we go, set.
A handoff running left, Mixon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Here we go. Set.
Back to throw. Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Ravens offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. Now he's had a knack for finding the end zone all season long. His numbers reflect that. Here we are in the month of December, and he sits atop the NFL leaderboard in terms of rushing touchdowns. Here's McKee. He's going to look deep down the field. Touchdown! A great effort there. 66 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Falcons ready to take over. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Tries the left side and finds Olave. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Here we go.
Mix it up the middle. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a second down and 4.
Here we go, son.
From the 50, here's Fields. To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Henley. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. We don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Once again, it's Jacobs. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 44. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
2 yards to go, second down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Going on the ground with Jacobs. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Josh Jacobs with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here we go. Get out.
Fields. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 57 yards. And the Falcons are once again back in front. The point after, good by Groupie. And it's now 17-14. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Breaks through the contact. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. McKee now to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The pass caught by Olave. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Get out.
Here's Fields. His pass caught at the 4. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
Don't jump. Ready?
And he is going to lose yardage here. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. To throw is Fields. Flush to his right. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. They snap it to Fields. Flushed out. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Justin Fields, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Quickly able to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Jacobs for a moment. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And McKee now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And he returns this to the 22. The Ravens offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Brian Branch with it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Fields trying to throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Looking to throw. McKee. He's going to let it go again. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 88 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Falcons offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. And he's been a nightmare for defenses to try and contain all year long. NFL leader in rushing yards at the QB position here late in the season. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Here's Fields. He's got the connection to Cooper. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Here we go. Set.
Now it's Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go. Set.
Fields throwing again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Here we go, set. Up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Set.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. They'll roll him out right. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Here we go. Good. Set.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Here we go. Set.
Off play action, Fields. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Khalil Shakir, 33 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. A point after, good by Groupie. And that will make this a 19-point game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, and my goodness, another picked by Julian Love. And the Falcons are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. Good.
Throwing to start the drive. Fields. And this one taken in by Olave. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. From the 31, here comes second and a yard.
Here we go. Right. Right.
On play action, Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Here we go, son.
They'll look to throw now on first down. To Mixon on the check down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Fields now to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Amari Cooper. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Falcons get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Here's 2nd and 10. And McKee will look to throw it. He's going to take another shot here. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. McKee. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on 4th. That becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hey, Ken. Right.
Out of the gun, Fields. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Groupie able to add the PAT, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Back to throw, McKee. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Here's McKee. He's got his target. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
McKee to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And the offense moving quickly to the line. McKee now to throw. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, 1st down. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Josh Jacobs. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out
Illegal
that running the ball will at
offense.
least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Here we go.
To throw is Fields. Being chased out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Falcons send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And now here come the Ravens. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, McKee. He's going to go up top again. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
A gain of 42 yards on the play. First down, Ravens.
And McKee now. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And now here's another interception. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Falcons are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Here we go, son.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Falcons. Joe Mixon. Seventh one. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And my goodness, another interception. It's Brian Branch with it. And he'll take it across mid. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And understand.